Hey, 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 y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Guess what I got? Guess what I got? See what I got? And on the back, it'll tell you what it is. This is the April Club Couture. And we also have the, what's it called? Score More. So we have 5 extra transfers in here. Okay, it comes in this. Just comes in a little envelope. Put that down there. So you get, this is the surface we're going to use. If you can, but we can do both sides. We'll probably do that. You get whatever chalk paste or ink that goes with it. This is chalk paste, so we've got a bright white, we have a eucalyptus, we have a cherry, we have a squeegee. This is the stencil, or excuse me, the transfer for, hey Kate, that's the transfer for the club, okay? That goes with the little thing. These are the extra 5 you will get when you order the club. That's where you see it. I can't figure out how to turn this thing around. Awesome! Y'all are grilling. How cool is that? This one is blueberries. We're going to do some really cool stuff with that one. This one is, what's it called? Does it tell me? Botanical block. And I believe, don't quote me, but I believe these are all like retired Club Couture. That one. And then this one is, what? You don't say, but this is a bunch of flowers. Okay, so these are the 5 free that you get with it. They don't change. These are the ones you get. Now, if you join Club Couture in April, when you join the club, you get this. Automatically when you join club. After that, I believe, if you're a designer, you can, with a qualifying order, you can get 5 more, and there are 5 different transfers. So, that's what we got. Now, we are going to do all the fun stuff. Okay, hold on. Let's get jiggy with it. Now, y'all, there's a really, really nice piece of cardboard on here. I'm not throwing that away. We'll be using that too. Okay, so here are your little pieces. That is your border. Okay. This is the little tape spots that we'll put the border on with. I'll show you how to do that. And this is your surface. And it's, you can use both sides. One side will have the border, one side will not. Really cool piece of awesome. We can use this later. Okay, don't throw that away. We'll be using that. I like to use cardboard. Okay, now first things first. We're gonna take this little booger out of here. Now I always put them back in the plastic wrap. Some do, some don't. I put it back in the plastic wrap, but I fold this sticky part down. Just because. Okay? Now, let me get my, there it is. Gonna have to fuzz it a little bit. But I'm going to score it. Matter of fact, no, I won't use that. I'm gonna score it right down the middle. So this will be 1. And I may score it here, but I'm just gonna do it on the backer sheet, okay? Come on in, Tiffany. You can even cut the backer sheet if you want, but I don't want to. So you just score it. Let's see how well I did. Okay, don't pull on it. Just score it again if you need to. Don't do what I did. Okay, so there's that. Let's do the berries separate, just in case you ever want to use them on something else. And you totally don't have to do this if you don't want to. And then check it out. You also have the little berry seeds. And we'll just cut that separate too. Like I said, you don't have to do this part. I just prefer to work with smaller pieces. It's not as difficult. Okay, so make sure I got it all cut here. Hold on, we'll get to the fun part. Hang tight. Plus that way you're not dealing with all of it when it's got paste and ink and all the things on it. Okay, there's that. Already did that. Some people are a little OCD, so bear with me a minute. Okay, now we can start. Okay, so I got this stuff set up here out of the way. That out of the way. Now, this fuzzing cloth is not the right color, but don't pay no attention. It don't matter. You can use a t-shirt. You can use a pair of jeans. It don't matter. Just put a little fuzz on the back of it. Just so you don't stretch it when you pull it off your surface. You can use these on glass. If you use them on glass and you want it to stay permanent, either use a durable glass or ceramic that you can put in the oven so you can heat set it, or you can put it on glass and then put a clear coat over it to keep it from getting away from you. And if you use it on fabric, you need to use ink and heat set it with an iron, no steam. We'll be doing the strawberries on a shirt too. Okay, now before I actually press that down, let me see if I've got that in the right spot. I think we got it. So we're gonna just press it down, make sure you ain't got no bubbles in it. Oops, I got a bubble. Actually, I got a piece of something on the back. There we go. You want to make sure you don't have any bubbles or anything on the back so your paste doesn't seep underneath the silk screen. Okay. And we're going to pretend that that is straight. All right, now, I got me some little doohickeys from Dollar Tree. We're not going to pull that last trick. So, let's do... We're going to do the white first. And if you can do this any way you want, we're going to do it like they showed it. You can do this any way you want, or on Couture.com, there's a little video. If you click on the, hold on, I'm thinking, on the Club Couture, once you get in there, there's a link down there, a little video that you can watch on how to do it. You can put these in little trays, but I want to be able to put the lid on it, so, and keep it, because these do more than one project. I promise you. Okay, squeeze them dry. Where get one of these out because I'm going to need it. Get all the goodies out of it. Let's go ahead and get all of these ready so we don't have to stop and do it. This one is cherry. And then when we get done, I'm just going to put the lids on it and then we'll be good till next time. If your paste dries out a little bit, put you a little bit of distilled water. You don't want to use tap water. Ask me how I know. If you want to use distilled water so you don't have a science project going on in your paste. Ask me how I know. It's not nice, I promise you. And then eucalyptus. Let's get all these out here. And you can do this any way you want. If you want to do one at a time, that's fine. I'm just going to pull them all out and then we'll put the lids on them. So the paste, as long as it's not hard as a rock, you can, okay, put a little distilled water in it and make it usable again. I've done that on many, many occasions. Because chalk paste in its natural form is a powder, and it wants to go back to that. So you just have to add water if it gets a little dry. Okay, so we have our paste, and then I have lids to put on it. You'll get a little squeegee. And then you got to find out where to open it. Squeegees are reusable. You can get a fuzzing towel. You can get the fuzzing towel. I think there's a set. The towel, the scissors, and a couple of other things. But I can't remember what it was. All right, let's do the white first. I'm going to do the white with these little lines. And it's already, like, distressed. So you don't have to worry about that. It's going to look distressed when you get done. So just put your little... Now, chalk will... dry out pretty quick, so I'll show you what we're going to do when we get these on there. Ink, you have a little more time to mess with. It doesn't dry as fast. So, before this dries, you want to lift it up and let it dry just a smidge, because I don't work fast. And then just lay it back down. Don't press that back down. Just make sure the other stuff is good to go again. Then we'll do our little ones down here at the bottom. And you can cut these squeegees in half if you need a smaller one. You can cut them in half. If you need a little bitty squeegee, you can definitely, you can even cut them in thirds if you need a really tiny one. It's okay to do that. I've done it several times. Okay, now I'm gonna put that back in there. Don't waste your paste. Put it back in your bucket. And then we're just gonna make sure our strawberries and our fresh is good and tight. I'm just gonna wipe this off with a wet wipe. That's good for what we're doing. And then we can put, I'm gonna use this. I don't remember exactly how they did it, but we're gonna use this for the fresh. You can use any color you want. If you want to get a different color and do that, that's totally fine. If you've already got some colors, like I got black up here, we could have used black. All right, pull that up. Oops. Put that back in there. Don't waste your paste. Don't waste your paste. Okay. What do I want to do there? I'm going to do that in green too. Like I said, I don't think we're doing exactly like they said, but that's okay. This is yours to do. You do how you want. Just don't go off the edge. And if you do, it's paste. You can normally just wipe it off. Make sure you get all of your silk screen covered. But don't push too hard because you'll push it right through. Once again, ask me how I know. I've done it all, y'all. Okay. So let's pull that up and then we'll do the strawberries. And then when you get done, you just take this in there to the sink and you use a sponge, or we have stencil cleaners. Just make sure you get all of the paste out of your silk screen. Don't let it dry in there, because it's a booger to get undone. And don't push too hard. I have a tendency to do that sometimes. Okay, hang on. I gotta concentrate. And for big projects, we have big squeegees. For little projects, you can cut these little squeegees down. Y'all, this is so much fun. I was a couture designer a few years ago. Then I got sidetracked, and now I'm back. And don't pay attention to the name of the page, because we're going to change it at the end of April. We're not changing it back. I always get this wild hair and then I just put it back. Still RC Rustic Creations. We're just not going to do a whole lot of rustic. I have other ideas. Oh, I had a little piece of something under there, so we may have a boo-boo, but that's fine. Okay. Put the rest of it in there. I did not notice I had a little piece of something on it until I went to. No, I didn't do too bad. Okay, I'm going to put this back on the backer sheet. And we'll take it in there and wash it. So here's our strawberries. Aren't they cute? Hold on, we're going to dry it because I'm forever sticking my fingers in it. I've stuck my thumb in that stuff more than one time. Now, once this dries on wood or almost any surface, it's not going to just flake off. If you get it wet, it's not just automatically going to run. To get this off here, you're probably going to have to sand it off. It's pretty sturdy stuff. Once it's dry, it ain't going nowhere. I promise you. I have had to sand down many a surface because I wanted to reuse it for something different. And you can totally do that. Okay, so there's our strawberries. I guess let's pull it back a little bit. I gotta figure out how to turn that thing around. Used to be able to do it, but I don't know how now. Anyhow, I'll figure it out. I couldn't find it. So, it's dry. I'm going to put it down like this. And then we're going to put U-Pick on the back. You can do this. You don't have to do this. You can put this on something else. But since we're going to use both surfaces. And then we're going to put the little strawberries on. And I've got some black so we can put little seeds on it. Stop. Okay, so here we're going to... This one doesn't... the back side will not have the border on it. Just the front side. And if you think... Ow. If you think you might not be able to keep it under there, you can put like a piece of tape. See how close that is on this side? You can put like a piece of tape under there to make sure you don't go off the edge. Y'all, I fly by the seat of my pants. We'll just see what happens. So, we're going to do You Pick in white. See, we barely touched that. So, we'll do it in white, and then we'll do the arrow down there. Now, y'all, you watch. I'm not going to pay attention. I'm going to make a mess. Okay, hold on. I'm concentrating. Woo, about one off. Up there, see that on the edge will probably dry, but you put a little spritz of distilled water on it and you are fine. So hold on, let's see. We just want to pull this down a little bit. See how neat that is? Just there you go, it's done. Let it dry a minute, and then make sure you're down here. Ow, I don't know what I did in my finger, but it's not liking it. And let's use red. Let's use red. I like red. And it don't take much. But then don't be chintzy with it either. Does that make sense? So there's our arrow. So now we can pull this off. Pull it off. Oops, upside down. Okay, put this back on the backer sheet. Now we're going to get these cute little strawberries. Maybe. And we're going to put them over here. I'm not going to use this. Alright, so let's get some more red. And that's going to be tricky because you got some leaves up there too. But you can do it all in red. It don't matter. So I really should have cut this in half. Hold on. I got another one over here. We'll cut it in half. Don't. Hang on. This one's a different color. Don't pay no attention to that. You just take that little booger, get your scissors, and you can cut it in thirds if you want. I'm just going to cut it in half. That easy peasy. Now, I need to lift that up. Alright, this is a little better. So see, you can get up there really close with this. I have a hard time coloring in the lines, so I've always been that way. Told you I fly by the seat of my pants, and sometimes that don't work too well. Used to irritate the crap out of my husband. Okay, so there's that one. So let's pull it up. You just don't want your ink, or, which is not so bad, but you don't want your chalk paste to dry in the stencil, because then you have a hard time getting it out. And don't put this on it. Them things will crinkle up like nobody's business. Alright, so that can go back there. Let's do the other one. That's a little easier. And I'm not left-handed, so that doesn't help any. I don't know about, y'all, my left hand is just to hold my watch on. All right. Yeah, I better do it with this hand. And then just pull any excess off. Put it back in your tray. All right, pull this one up a little bit and dry it. Just a little bit. All right, now we're going to use this one and the sage and do the leaves and the stem. I think I need to put a little more red. Hold on, it takes a little bit of concentration. I'm not as good as it I used to be. Once you get used to it, you just whoopity-doo-dah. Yeah, I think that's supposed to have a little more red. Hold on. Just get them corners of that squeegee. Okay, there's that one. Just pull it up slowly. If you miss anything, you can lay it back down too. And we'll do this one. Then we'll put the seeds on. Oh shit. I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. I'm using the wrong one, no wonder. Excuse me. That just flew out my mouth before I even knew what I was saying. I was like, why is that red? Well, that's why, because you're using the red squeegee dipweed. Alright, pull that up. Put that back over there. And we're going to have to dry this. I don't have any wax, so we're going to pray, okay? Should have some wax to put on it. Awesome! When you get them shelves in, girl, you need to start using them stencils. Just saying. Okay, here's where the praying part come in. I don't have any wax, but we're still going to try this. Maybe I need to cut those. No, I shouldn't have to. Well, let's fuzz it first. I didn't fuzz that last one. Let's fuzz it so it don't stick. Y'all, I told you, I'm just here to give you ideas. If I screw it up, that means just don't do what she did. I'm not afraid of messing up, so y'all just stop. Just get a good laugh while you're crafting. Alright. You gotta line this up. Hang on, I gotta do this so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, now I haven't even opened this black yet. Let me put the lid on those so it don't And do try to cover up your paste as soon as you can. That way it doesn't dry out as fast. Okay, here comes the messy part. And I don't have a stir stick either. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Well, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. Those used to be, and I'm not going to take that off either. Get over there, over. Hold please. Where is... My little doohickeys are out there, so we'll use this. I was going to stir it, but I think it'll be fine. So get your... I'm going to use the little one. Get your squeegee back out. And you can totally do this with one squeegee. You don't have to get a bunch. Oh, look at that paste. Is that not beautiful? Look at that. Creamy. This is black velvet. It does not come with the kit, but I have it, so we're going to use it. You could have done white. I don't, whatever color you want, but. And y'all are here in Hicksville, so yeah, I talk funny. I don't do it on purpose. And then pull it up. And then we put this one. I'm trying not to push it down real hard because I don't have any wax. That's on the next order. Okay. And then put that up there, and then we'll go wash all that. Let's dry this so I can pick it up. We gotta turn it around and put the border on it. Okay, like I said, you could have put this on another board, but there's you pick and your strawberries. And then you got your strawberries on this side. There we go. Okay, now. Hey, Cindy! I'm glad you stopped by, darling. We're doing the club. Do you get the club, girl? Okay, so there's that and that. Now, this is your border. Set it on there, and then I had to watch the instructions. They got a little bit of paste right there. Let's fix that. Okay, that's pretty good. So you get these little stickies, and we're going to cut them in half. That's what it showed on there. So, hold on. I was just curious. I didn't know. I don't think I'd ever seen you do the club, so I was just curious. So, you just take your scissors, and I know they're tiny, but you cut them in half, and they'll fit right on the back. Because when I got, I'm like, how are you going to do that? I want to go ahead and cut them in half so I don't have to stop doing it again. Okay. This is the tricky part. I love the club. We're going to put this stencil on a lot of stuff. Alright, so let's put one right there. And then we'll have to pull the top off. Hold on, sorry, I have to look at the top of my bald head. Hang on a minute. Oh. Oh, that one pulled the paper off with it. Well, you doofus. Hold on. I can't see with these glasses on. I just pulled paper and all off. Hold, please. Like, why isn't that sticking? Well, that's why. Oh, I'm blind as a bat. Okay, so it's just little pieces of glue stuff. You see that? Those of us who can't see this crap's colored do. Alright, there we go. You can probably use as many or as few as you want. I'm just getting it kind of in the middle on the ends. So bear with me. Hang on, hang on. So do a little crafting, a little comedy. Laugh at the person trying to do the craft. It's fine. I don't mind. You can laugh at me. I don't care. I ain't got no qualms about it. Yeah, go check out that goofy chick that thinks she knows what she's doing. Y'all, I gotta get close to this stuff. And bifocals to boot, so you can't. I'm being honest. You can't see crap with bifocals. Just putting it out there. Now, I suppose if you wanted to, you could put little glue on there, but they give it to you, so you might as well use it. And like I said, I'm just putting mine on the ends and in the middle. And we may make a basket to set this in. Not tonight, but we might make a basket. I've got one out there I think we could use to make a strawberry basket out of. Okay, bear with me, bear with me. I can't see crap if you're saying anything, so hang on a minute. Hold, please. I gotta get up close and personal with my work, y'all. Two more and then we can put it on there. Alright, one more, hang on. Would you look at her? Go check it out. She's got that stuff right up here looking at it. Okay, hold on. Almost done. Alright. Okay, not put glasses on. So, there's our strawberries. And then there is our U-pick. Isn't that cute? And you get everything you need. You get the little stickies, you get the border, you get the stencil, And all 3 of the colors and a squeegee. Plus, these 5. I don't know if anybody saw them when I started. You get these little botanicals here. Normally they got a name on them, but this one don't. So you get this one. And they're all the same on this. So what you see is what you get. You get that one. You get, yeah, Old School Legend. This is the May Club 24. So they're retired. So these, you can't get these except this way. So there's that one. That'll look good on a t-shirt. Botanical Block. This was the August Club in 24. So these are like in the vault. You won't be able to get these except with the club. June Club 24 is the blueberries. Y'all look at that one. That is going to make some pretty stuff. And then this is Modern Patterns. This was the June Club in 24. So you will get those with your kit, plus the strawberries, plus the squeegee, plus the paste. So you get all. And it comes in your little thing. And like I said, don't forget, don't throw that away. We'll be using it too. We do a lot of stuff out of cardboard. So that's all there is to it. If you want to check it out, the link is somewhere. I posted my link tree, so it'll be, should be the top one. Couture, and then it'll say club. So, y'all go check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate y'all being here. If you want to share this out. Yeah, you can, if you want to mess with the glue and the Type Bond, I just use those since they threw them in just to show you that it's all here. But yeah, you can totally do that. You can use different colors if you want. And if you want to make this permanent, which I do a lot of my things, take it out and put a clear coat on it, let it dry, and it ain't coming off. So I appreciate y'all being here. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Go check out the club because it's fun. Isn't that cute? I said we'll make a basket and some strawberries so it can like, sit in there cockeyed. So I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks again. Share me out if you wouldn't mind. And we'll do something Wednesday night. Thank y'all. You have a good week. I appreciate y'all.